The young and the restless spoilers a web of deception in Genoa City. Damian, Amy, and the Winters family. Genoa City, a place known for its wealth, power struggles, and intricate relationships, is once again caught in the storm of secrets and manipulation. This time, the heart of the drama revolves around Damian, whose enigmatic presence and deceptive plans are causing turmoil within the Winters family. His alliance and conflict with Amy, combined with the involvement of Nate and Elena, sets the stage for a high-stakes confrontation that could unravel lives and legacies. Damian's secret, a family on edge. The Winters family, led by the steady and ambitious Nate Hastings, has always prided itself on unity and resilience. However, Damian's arrival in Genoa City introduced an unsettling dynamic. While Damian maintains a calm exterior, it's evident he harbors a secret that could shake the foundations of the Winters family. Nate, burdened by suspicion and frustration, finds himself unable to trust Damian. His weariness grows as Damian's actions increasingly suggest ulterior motives. The tension in the Winters household is palpable. Nate, as the de facto leader of the family, is determined to uncover the truth, but Damian's cunning nature keeps everyone guessing. Behind every smile and calculated word, there's a web of lies waiting to ensnare its victims. Amy's denial, a mother's pain, or a strategic move? Adding fuel to the fire is Amy's refusal to acknowledge Damian as her son. The rift between them has grown too wide to mend, primarily because Damian refuses to obey her. Amy's denial raises eyebrows, especially as Damian continues to operate with increasing boldness in Genoa City. For Amy, the only way to resolve this question once and for all is through a DNA test. Yet, this test isn't merely about confirming a mother-son relationship, it has become a battlefield. Amy views the test as an opportunity to expose Damian for who he truly is, while Damian sees it as a necessary hurdle to overcome to secure his position in Genoa City. Elena, the keeper of the truth. Enter Elena Dawson, a skilled doctor and Nate's trusted partner. As the person tasked with conducting the DNA test, Elena finds herself in an uncomfortable position. Her professional ethics demand impartiality, but her loyalty to Nate and the Winters family makes it impossible to ignore the stakes involved. Elena's role becomes pivotal. She knows the results of the test could either confirm or refute Amy and Damian's relationship, but what troubles her most is the palpable animosity between them. Damian's manipulative tendencies and Amy's determination to expose him create an atmosphere of distrust, making the entire process a ticking time bomb. The DNA test, a game of high stakes. As the day of the test approaches, tensions reach their peak. Both Amy and Damian prepare for the results, but their motivations couldn't be more different. Amy is driven by a desire to discredit Damian, convinced that his presence in Genoa City is nothing but a calculated move to disrupt the Winters family. Damian, on the other hand, sees the test as a threat to his plans. If the results prove Amy isn't his mother, his leverage diminishes significantly. To protect his interests, Damian takes matters into his own hands. Knowing that his future in Genoa City depends on maintaining the illusion of a connection with Amy, he begins scheming. Damian's deceptive nature leads him to explore ways to manipulate the results of the DNA test. His ability to charm and deceive makes him a dangerous adversary, capable of turning the situation in his favor with ease. Amy and Damian's unholy alliance. Despite their mutual disdain, Amy and Damian find themselves forced to work together. The reason? A shared goal, Nate's wealth and influence. Damian's ultimate ambition is to stay in Genoa City and seize control of Nate's assets. For Amy, the prospect of financial gain and the chance to regain some semblance of power in the family is too tempting to resist. Their partnership is built on fragile ground. Damian uses intimidation to ensure Amy's compliance, while Amy begrudgingly plays along, hoping to find an opportunity to betray him. The result is a volatile alliance where neither party truly trusts the other. Their schemes become increasingly elaborate as they navigate a dangerous game of deception and manipulation. Damian's true nature, a warning ignored for those who encounter Damian. One thing becomes clear: he is a master manipulator. His charm masks a deeply deceitful character, and his ability to exploit others' vulnerabilities is unmatched. Amy, despite her best efforts to maintain control, finds herself ensnared in Damian's web. His threats leave her little choice but to cooperate, even as she plots to expose him. Elena, too, begins to see Damian's true colors. As she prepares the DNA test, she starts to piece together the extent of his deceit. However, her warnings to Nate and the Winters family go unheeded. Damian's skill in sowing doubt ensures that even those who suspect him struggle to take decisive action. The battle for Nate's legacy. At the heart of the conflict lies Nate's legacy. As a successful doctor and leader, Nate has built a life defined by integrity and ambition. However, Damian and Amy's schemes threaten to dismantle everything he has worked for. The prospect of losing not only his wealth but also his family's trust drives Nate to fight back. Damian's determination to stay in Genoa City and claim what he believes is his puts him on a collision course with Nate. The battle between the two men becomes a struggle not just for control, but for the very soul of the Winters family. The fallout. The DNA test is merely the beginning of a larger conflict. Regardless of the results, the relationships within the Winters family and beyond will never be the same. For Damian, every move is a gamble, and the consequences of his deceit could be catastrophic. Amy, too, faces the risk of losing everything if her involvement with Damian is exposed. In the end, the truth may not set anyone free. Instead, it might only deepen the wounds and create new enemies in a city already rife with power struggles and betrayal. As the Winters family braces for the fallout, one thing is certain: Damian's presence in Genoa City will leave a trail of chaos in its wake. The unraveling trust, Nate's discovery of Amy and Damian's betrayal. Genoa City, a hub of ambition and intrigue, has seen its fair share of deception, but the latest revelation in the Winters family could shatter bonds that were once thought unbreakable. Nate Hastings, a man known for his kindness and loyalty, has always been a cornerstone of stability. Yet, his unwavering trust in Amy and Damian might be his undoing, as he stumbles upon a scheme so insidious that it shakes him to his core. Nate's blind trust, a fatal flaw. Nate's trusting nature has always been one of his defining traits. To him, Amy and Damian were family, or at least people deserving of his goodwill. He believed in their intentions, even when others raised doubts. The question of Damian's connection to Amy, which could have been resolved with a simple DNA test, seemed irrelevant to Nate. He never questioned their bond and saw no need to seek evidence. To him, family meant trust, and trust meant never doubting those you care for. Damian, ever the opportunist, took full advantage of Nate's unwavering belief. Behind Nate's back, he began laying the groundwork for a false DNA report, a contingency plan that would secure his place in Genoa City and protect his schemes. By forging a document to prove his supposed connection to Amy, Damian ensured that no one could challenge his claims, not even Nate. For Damian, the truth was a liability. A lie, carefully crafted, was far more useful. Damian's preemptive strike, a fake DNA test. Damian's decision to prepare a fabricated DNA test was a masterstroke of deceit. It was a move born out of paranoia and cunning, ensuring that if anyone, especially Nate, ever demanded proof of his relationship with Amy, he would be ready. The document was meticulously crafted, complete with falsified medical details and forged signatures. Amy, though reluctant, went along with the plan. Despite her distaste for Damian and their tenuous alliance, she recognized the value of this ruse. The forged DNA test would serve as their shield, protecting them from scrutiny while they continued to manipulate Nate for their own gain. Nate's shocking discovery. For a time, Damian and Amy's plan seemed foolproof. They operated in the shadows, confident that Nate's trust would blind him to their true intentions. But fate has a way of revealing even the most carefully hidden truths. Nate's discovery of their plan was entirely accidental. While searching for unrelated documents, he stumbled upon a file containing the forged DNA results. At first, he was confused. Why would there be a DNA test involving Amy and Damian? As he examined the document further, the truth became clear. The report was riddled with inconsistencies and errors, small but damning details that revealed its fraudulent nature. Nate's heart sank as the realization hit him: Amy and Damian had conspired against him. They had exploited his kindness and loyalty, weaving a web of lies to achieve their selfish goals. The betrayal was not just a personal affront, it was a calculated assault on his integrity and his family's legacy. The plan exposed Damian and Amy's true colors. As Nate delved deeper into the truth, he uncovered the full extent of Damian and Amy's scheme. Their goal was painfully clear: to gain access to his wealth and influence. Damian's charm and Amy's maternal facade had been nothing more than tools to manipulate him. Every kind word, every act of support, they were all part of a strategy to deceive him and secure their positions in Genoa City. Nate's shock quickly turned to anger. The thought of being used by people he trusted, especially Amy, someone he had considered family, was unbearable. Damian's actions were reprehensible, but Amy's involvement cut even deeper. She had known him for years, had shared in his triumphs and struggles, and yet she had betrayed him without hesitation. Nate's response: betrayal will not be forgiven. For Nate, forgiveness was out of the question. Damian's lies and Amy's complicity were an affront to everything he stood for. The betrayal wasn't just personal, it was an attack on his family's values and his hard-earned success. Nate knew he couldn't allow their actions to go unpunished. He resolved to confront them, to expose their deceit and ensure they faced the consequences of their actions. But Nate also understood that Damian was dangerous. A master manipulator, Damian wouldn't back down easily. Confronting him required careful planning and unwavering resolve. Nate couldn't let his emotions cloud his judgment, he needed to be strategic, just as Damian had been. A fight for redemption and justice. As Nate prepared to confront Amy and Damian, he reflected on the lessons this betrayal had taught him. Trust, he realized, is a precious commodity, one that must be earned and protected. He vowed never to let his kindness blind him again. From now on, he would be vigilant, ensuring that those who entered his life had only the best intentions. For Damian and Amy, the confrontation with Nate would be a reckoning. They had played their cards well, but they had underestimated Nate's resilience and intelligence. Their schemes had been built on lies, and now the truth threatened to bring their plans crashing down. The fallout. A family in turmoil. The fallout from Nate's discovery is bound to send shockwaves through Genoa City. Relationships will be tested, alliances will shift, and the Winters family will face one of its greatest challenges yet. For Nate, the path forward is clear: he must protect his family and his legacy, no matter the cost. As for Damian and Amy, their future in Genoa City hangs in the balance. The question is not just whether they will face justice, but whether they will turn on each other in a desperate bid for survival. With so much at stake, the battle for power and redemption is only beginning. In the world of Genoa City, trust is a fragile thing, and betrayal is never far away. For Nate Hastings, this betrayal has been a harsh reminder that even the closest bonds can be broken, but it has also ignited a fire within him to fight for what is right, no matter the odds.